Anyone that has a brain will by now have realized that the coup in Turkey was planned and made to happen by Erdogan. Reasons? Give him an excuse to round up and imprison or fire any person in the government that he does not trust or wants gone. This way he can fill the entire government with his own trusted people, essentially becoming a dictator, since no one that opposes him will be allowed to hold any position of power.
But a brave man, no, never would have risked such an action if he didn't have certain assurances.
Which he got from me.
The American and Turkish governments have two things in common. Both supported jihadists and ISIS in Iraq and Syria as early as 2013. America supplied them with $500 million, while Turkey enabled them safe training locations.
The $500 million request would fund U.S. training of rebels in neighboring countries, most likely Jordan. It would supply small arms, but not the anti-aircraft missiles the rebels are seeking. The president fears those could easily fall into the hands of extremists.
Rebels may have been getting stronger with the help of anti-tank missiles like these. Missiles many reports say were provided through the CIA.
An ISIS training camp for children has reportedly been discovered in Istanbul, according to the English-language Turkish newspaper, the Hurriyet Daily News. Turkish police raided 18 different locations over the weekend in Istanbul.
Turkish media exposed many times when the Turkish government helped ISIS. Thus Erdogan shut down most of the press. Even captured ISIS members have admitted that they were sent to Turkey for training.
In August 2014, I was training in the Turkish town of Aden with one of ISIL's emirs. There were 60 of us in a village not far from the airport. Media reported that we were training in the Free Syrian Army's camps, but in fact, all 60 of those who were there were ISIL members. In the morning, we woke up and did training drills. We had two instructors. One of them was from the military. He spoke only Turkish, so another one had to translate for him. We were trained in Turkey because ISIL's commanders thought it was safer there than in Syria because of the bombardments there. After the training, we sent them to the Turkish town of Urfa. From there, the recruits were transferred via the Turkey-Syria border crossing back to Syria's Raqqa.
John Kerry uses this agent, Robert Ford, to help fund, arm, and manage ISIS through ISIS FSA generals who are paid by the CIA. To the left, Robert Ford and ISIS FSA general, year 2013. To the right, the same ISIS FSA general 2 years later, seen together with ISIS commander.
This beheading of a child by a group of that is supported by the United States.
Yeah, no, thanks. We've obviously seen the reports, and we just can't confirm.
How did they pull off the coup? Simple. By telling generals to order the Istanbul military to go on a drill.
A young soldier was ordered to mobilize in a coup, says his sister. Now, his fate and the fate of over 1,000 conscripts is unknown. He called me from a police station, Tuna's sister tells me. He wasn't aware of the coup. He was told he was going out for a drill. He is very scared. He is only 20 years old.
While soldiers loyal to Erdogan were ordered to shoot at civilians from helicopters. Thanks to this false flag coup, it justified Erdogan shutting down the free Turkish media and turning it into a controlled media instead. Same for the military, anyone he did not trust was replaced. Erdogan is finally a dictator and puppet. Now America can launch operations and terror attacks in the Middle East with Turkey as their base of operations. Turkey will be used as the place where the CIA can safely train ISIS and FSA jihadists without risk of airstrikes.
since the Russian intervention, the terrorism has been, let's say, regressing, while before that, and during the American illegal intervention with their allies, ISIS was expanding and the terrorism was expanding and taking over new areas in Syria. They're not serious.
For the first time, the U.S. is attacking oil delivery trucks.
The pictures shown by that US channel, though, have nothing to do with America. It is, in fact, footage released by Moscow showing Russian jets hitting oil infrastructure seized by Islamic State. Russia's defense ministry spokesman says that there is no film of the US campaign.
No video exists from the air bases the U.S. coalition is using, or showing their precision bombing raids on terrorist targets.
The United States doesn't have the will to defeat the terrorists. It had the will to control them and to use them as a card like they did in Afghanistan.
U.S. National Security Advisor Brzezinski flew to Pakistan to set about rallying resistance. He wanted to arm the Mujahideen without revealing America's role. On the Afghan border near the Khyber Pass, he urged the soldiers of God to redouble their efforts.
We know of their deep belief in God, and we are confident that their struggle will succeed. That land over there is yours. You'll go back to it one day because your fight will prevail and you'll have your homes, your mosques back again because your cause is right and God is on your side.